Hey everyone, how are you all? So it's almost night and I am so sleepy, but still I am doing voiceover. Well, leave it. Let's start the story. Hmm. This is the part of the previous one. Yoongi watched the Jimin. Really? He asked, being happy. Okay, so I add some text. I add some dialogues by myself. Yoongi, what? Really? Huh? I don't let this happen. Jimin, you decide. You don't let me stay happy. Yoongi, I don't understand why you that peacock so much, Jimin. Yoongi, not again. Yoongi, oh wow, now you do argument with me just because of that peacock, huh? I am your best friend, Jimin. Mr. Min Yoongi, you are my best friend. That's why I am saying with if someone else on your place I break the Yoongi whatever. I don't care. Don't care. I don't know this. I don't let Peacock to you. Jun Taeyang, why you talk in front of him, Taeyang? Because I myself don't want what you see in him. Jimin, he's cute, he said with a pout. Jungkook, alright, guys, for now, don't talk about this. Let's have lunch. I am hungry. Jimin, he idiot. Don't let me do breakfast in morning also. Jungkook, I am thinking how you both stay at one home. Yoongi, talent brother, he said, and both start laughing and do high five like they are stiff. Again, same. Yoongi and Jungkook go to take the lunch. They both talk for some time, do the lunch. Yoongi, let's go home, Jimin. Jimin, oh, don't you have to go office? Uncle call you. Yoongi, oh yeah, I forget. Thanks for reminding me, Jimin. Okay, but drop me home. Yoongi, you go by yourself, Jimin. Why I go, huh? Okay, so Jimin is really nice person. Yeah, the time is passing like this is so far. Otherwise, on the other video, the time will not pass. How much I speak. Okay, so the next text is started. One scene is finished. When I have my personal driver. Jimin, why I go? Huh? When I have my personal driver, he said and smack Yoongi sign to see him and go from there. Jungkook, okay guys, we are also going. See you soon. Jimin, bye. He said and run behind Yoongi to stop him. Otherwise, he'll leave him, as he don't trust Yoongi. Well, hmm. And the second scene start. Jimin come home. Jimin come home. He sit he sit on the couch. Sorry, I have to write couch. Mrs. Park and Mrs. Min is talking with each other. Mrs. Park, don't you have you greet someone when you come back? Jimin, I am about to do, mom. Hmm. Jimin, how are you both? Mrs. Min, stop your acting. Where is Yoongi? Jimin, oh, he go office. Uncle call him. Mrs. Min, he go. Thank God. I thought he don't go, and you know he's a dad. Jimin, no, auntie, don't try. He go. He said and smile. Mrs. Min, thank God, Jimin, Mama, I am hungry. Mrs. Park, go and fresh up. I made something for you. This is looking, this is looking good on me more than him, and moreover, oh my, the text is not finishing at all. How much I speak. Moreover, I don't find any good shirt. See this. This is Mrs. Swag. I said you many times, Jimin, don't do this. But you You never listen me, huh? Jimin mom, it's okay. He is my best friend. I wear his shirt. It's just a shirt, Mrs. Park. Still, Jimin. Mrs. Min, it's okay. It's just a shirt. Jimin, see, auntie. Mrs. Min, my son, you go and take some rest. It's alright, go. Jimin, thank you, auntie, he said, and went from there. Mrs. Park signed to see him. Mrs. Park, what I do with him? Mrs. Min, it's okay. He's still kid, or no doubt Jimin is still kid. You throw me a kiss. I am feeling a little bit cold here. Okay, so yeah, the next episode is going to start. The unit is feeling so sleepy right now. Jimin come in his room. He don't go out. Sit with the pouch. Mrs. Park come. Mrs. Park, you come for dinner or not? Jimin, no, I don't. Mrs. Park, all right. She said and go. Jimin eyes widened. Jimin, I hear. He said make a big pouch. Oh my god, it's still 7 minutes are left. Half voiceover still left. Dinner. Mrs. Parkham. Mrs. Parkham and sit on the dining table. Well, this is a third last scene. And sit on the dining table. Mrs. Park, where is Jimin? Mrs. Min, where is Jimin? Mrs. Park, he said he don't do dinner, YoOngI. Why? Everyone look at him. But he cares? No. Mrs. Park, it's his wish you do dinner. YoOngI, stand up. YoOngI, how can he do this? What happened? Mrs. Park, I scolded him. YoOngI, why? Mrs. Min, because he take your shirt. YoOngI, it's alright, auntie. It's just a shirt. Mrs. Park, still, son. YoOngI, if he take my, I don't. I don't care. And you are talking about the shirt? Sent our dinner in room. He said and go. Make the other shocked. Mrs. Min, I think my son isn't. Mrs. Park, what was that? Mr. Min, you do dinner, send their dinner in room. Okay, so YoOngI is YoOngI. 60% voiceover is covered. Okay, so this is the second last scene start. Second last scene. YoOngI come in the room. He see Jimin. He sit on the bed. Jimin, what you are doing here? YoOngI, I heard auntie scold you. Jimin, she always do this. Tell me something new. YoOngI, if this is not new, why you look like a dumpling, huh? While making a pouch. Jimin, it's you who look like a boiled dumpling. Jimin, YoOngI, whatever, I am hungry. I said them they sent our dinner here. Jimin, me too. I don't do lunch properly. YoOngI, let them sleep. We go on seaside. Jimin, yeah, we call Taeyang and Jungkook also. YoOngI, okay, call them, but if you want, but if they catch us again. This time you speak first, Jimin. Why? Hmm. Why this is your plan, YoOngI? YoOngI be like, then go. Like how you go. Hmm. And okay, you don't go. Jimin, no. I do something. We go. YoOngI, when you get married, Jimin, when you me, he said, and YoOngI seeing him, YoOngI, okay, I, Jimin reject, YoOngI, wow, you reject me, me now, I will marry Lisa, Jimin, you want your life, Yoongi? She's not that much, Jimin. She's. I don't give you permission. Yoongi, who needs your permission? First, tell me. He said. Jimin said something. The door opened. Mrs. Min come with the dinner. Mrs. Min, I don't understand. You both. You always do argument, but don't hear a single word uh, each other. Jimin, he do my favor. Ask being happy. Okay, so this is a half. Okay, this is the second last text, and the last one is the third last text. No, the next one is sorry. I speak last one. It's almost true. I am doing work from a long time. Hmm. Okay, so second last scene and the third last text. Second last scene and third last text. Yoongi favor? No way. I don't. It's just you are my best friend. That's why I come. He said, Jan Jimin smack Jimin. Oh, my Min Yoongi. Take my side, Yoongi. Don't think too much, huh? Okay, so I'm sleeping. And Don my message been smile to see them and go. Last scene and the second last text. Jimin come in. Jimin come in the kitchen. He see his mom and Mrs. Min Jimin. I think they both always stay here. Whatever I see them. Whenever I see them, they are here. He mumble and go in the kitchen. He take the glass and start to drink the water. Mrs. Park see him. She know Jimin don't talk with her. Yoongi, Jimin, where are you? Jimin, here I am. He said and filled the glass with the water. Jimin, what's up? Yoongi, see this, he said and gave the phone to Jimin. Mrs. Min, what's this? Yoongi, your daughter, he said, make her shocked. Jimin splashed the water on him. Yoongi, hey, duck, how can you do this? Jimin, what is this, Yoongi? So this is the last scene and the second last text. It's almost, I tell you time, it's 1:49. Okay, so finally, last scene and the last text. Mom, daughter, he said and started laughing. Jimin, are you? He said, don't go, Yoongi, but are you? Jimin, are you? And don't do this. They will think something else. Yoongi, so let them think. I don't care, Mom. I don't care, right, Mom? Mrs. Min, what is happening all this? What's happening all this? Jimin, come again, Jimin. Your son is going to my son, Auntie. Congratulations. But no one go, only he go and take the bride at home. Yoongi, he is already at home. Jimin, to use me for your work. Yoongi, listen me. He go behind him, Mrs. Park. What's all happening, Mrs. Min? Don't know. Okay, to be continue. Bye.